What?
We got enough wood.
No, we don't. Not for winter.
I'm going back to school.
Well, what if I get that recreation job? It's a real job, real money.
What about me?
Well, you're supposed to work at the treatment center.
It's part-time cleaning floors. I'm gonna be a nurse.
The original goes to headquarters. The first carbon stays here, and the third we save for evidence.
Of what?
No, we didn't get what we asked for.
I've got patrol.
Take a radio with you. Keep in touch.
Wherever I've traveled on this land, north, south, the city, reserve, it's the same every time. We bring them in, dry them out. They talk about their problems, make promises they don't know how to keep. 28 days later, we spin them out the door and they're back on the street.
Back on the bottle.
85, 90% of the time. So what's the point? That's what I'm asking myself for 20 years.
Does Betty Moses have a better plan?
We don't do the 28-day spin dry. We keep them here 4 months, maybe 6, as long as it takes.
As long as it takes for what?
For people to learn how to live in the real world. They'll do their own shopping, their own cooking, cleaning. They'll go out on the land, hunt. Self-reliance.
Self-respect.
Self-respect. Time to heal.
Does it work? About 60% of the time.
Fewer people will get help.
Yeah, what, we're talking 20, 30 now a year instead of 100?
20 or 30 who have a chance to survive. If that's what you're worried about.
Your budget's based on the number of clients.
We shift money from services to the clients.
How many jobs are you cutting?
Well, since they don't exist yet, I'm not cutting any.
No. You promised us 6 or 7 full-time jobs.
Our people have suffered a lot of pain. Some from outside, some from inside. My job is to start the healing the best way I know how. I know you understand. Marcy. So, how was I?
People are counting on those jobs. I don't care what anybody says. You're dead right.
Tell your husband.
He's not my husband.
Whatever.
But I'll tell him.
Like he knows about the real world.
Hi, George.
It's 2 weeks.
I can tell. You're almost handsome.
It's not so hard. I'm thinking maybe you could get me in early.
I've got 300 people on the waiting list. All of them sober over 3 months. We'll see how you're doing in a month. You're gonna make it.
George, if you get nervous or if Ruby starts drinking, come to me, okay? Doesn't matter what time of day or night. You know, you should have warned people. Consulted.
No time. We have to get the board appointed, get the budget passed before Albert gets them thinking.
They're already thinking.
I'm gonna need your help, and Peter's.
I don't know about Peter.
Tell him to stop his sulking.
Michelle, what's your 1020?
Well, I better go.
Okay, talk to Peter. I need him.
Well, why didn't you warn us about this? Oh, she certainly didn't. About 10 minutes ago. Well, of course it matters. There's a lot of angry people here. Yeah, right. She's got it past the minister and all the agencies. She's been planning this all along. You've been blindsided, Albert, and 6 jobs just flew out the window.
It's time to set up the board of directors. And someone should check with the Mountie. See what he thinks of this.
I'm back.
I was going over the logs. You usually take this weekend off, don't you?
Yeah. Hannah and me, we go out on the land for a couple of days every year.
Oh.
Well, we haven't really decided this year.
You'll let me know?
They're still gonna have to buy food.
The money's in catering, not groceries. We were gonna provide meals. Figure an average $8 a meal times 3 times 12 minus 6 times 3. $13,140 a raw profit. That's what her little change of plan cost.
But she's right. Self-reliance, self-respect.
How about self-indulgence?
My 6-month order. Food, supplies.
RCMP flies in your supplies.
No, they don't. And I like to deal with local suppliers.
We can do this.
We'll talk about it.
Got a couple quarters?
Hey, you quit your job. You get no credit, pal.
I got my job back. And I got an interview in Yellowknife for a real job.
Doing what?
A traveling recreation supervisor and setting up programs for kids.
How to be a con man, how to live off your family and your girlfriend.
You're a real wad, you know that?
Okay. We're all friends here.
Bertha's heading back to school in a couple weeks.
Oops.
So, are you still seeing that Leonard Saki?
Sometimes he's all over you, and then it's like you're not even alive. Is that normal?
I'm a guy. Ask your mom.
Yeah, right.
Maybe when you go out on the land.
We're not going.
But you go every year. Did she say you weren't? Or did you say you weren't? Sounds to me like you're going.
Did you hear about Betty? She needs help.
Watch the news.
People were counting on jobs.
Especially Albert. Did you tell Hannah that you weren't going out on the land this year?
No, but I didn't think.
She wants to go. She just told me.
She doesn't want to go. She won't even speak to me.
Ask her.
What about Betty? Hannah, do you want to go out on the land like usual?
She asked if you want to go.
I'll go if you go.
Tomorrow morning?
He thinks it's July 1969.
Summer of love. Here, let me.
So, I'm curious. What's the official party line on convicted felons doing time in treatment centers?
Felons?
Well, yeah, you know, instead of going to prison, they check into these long-term rehab programs.
Depends on the nature of the charge.
That's the policy?
Policy's flexible. Whatever's best for the individual and the community.
So then, what do you think of these sober hunting expeditions? I mean, I presume they'll be using guns. How do you ensure the safety of the community?
I have confidence in Miss Moses. I'm sure we can work these things out, do what's best.
For the community?
Exactly.
Good.
Thanks.
Anytime.
What was that?
A concerned citizen. Personally, between cops, these long-term programs make me nervous. They turn into country clubs for people who should be in prison.
I need that time off.
For Hannah, that's terrific.
Just a couple of days.
As long as it takes.
George's small boat is on the wagon. So I told him that if he needed any help or just someone to talk to, he could come here.
Say no more.
Up here.
Have you talked to Peter? Albert's setting up the board of directors for the treatment center. I don't know the players.
He's going with me and Hannah.
Where?
Out on the land. I'm sorry. I didn't know we were going.
Oh, no. That's good.
She doesn't think so.
Yeah, she's 13.
What?
This is where we saw the bear.
Nuh-uh, we didn't cross enough streams.
We have crossed plenty of streams.
You were young. Maybe you don't remember.
Maybe you don't remember.
I think I'm losing a toenail. Maybe you're wrong.
No, it was right here. We saw the bear. She got scared.
What's the difference?
Why does she argue?
What's the difference, Mitch? I'll let her win a few.
The skylight would have been better than the window. Trouble is, they'll leak if you don't install them good.
A round prayer room. Brilliant.
It'll need its own source of heat and separate foundation.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Leon. So I heard about what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
Is it true that you're not hiring anybody?
Oh, Joe and Ellen. You want a job?
No, I got a big job coming. It's Bertha.
His girlfriend. She was gonna do maintenance for the summer.
She goes to school in Yellowknife. She wants to be a nurse.
Good for her.
Well, she doesn't really want to go, but
Well, she should go.
we got a kid.
Well, if something comes up, she's at the top of my list, okay?
All right.
I want this. When can you get started?
Well, don't you have to run it by Albert or the board of directors or something?
Once we spend some money, they won't have the guts to shut us down.
I don't know.
Think about how something like this would have helped you.
Don't eat everything now. We're a long ways from the camp.
I'm hungry.
We'll hunt, like always. What?
I don't want to hunt.
We always do. We have to. I didn't pack any meals for us to eat.
Great. What if we don't catch anything?
Ow.
Don't take your boots off. We have to go.
The blister's killing me.
We're not going to make it before dark.
Hurry up, Uncle Peter. It's the law.
Give it a rest. I just need a minute. Why are you doing this to her?
You know, Leon, you don't use your balls, they just fall right off.
Beautiful.
I can go ahead?
Up to me, we'd start tomorrow. But it's up to the board of directors. I have some suggestions.
Yeah, lucky thing Peter's out of town, huh?
Peter is not interested.
You know this program's better for the clients.
No, I don't. That's your business. I'm just trying to be fair.
Betty. Betty.
It's too small.
It's all there was. And the blade's dull.
Be careful. Jesus. You're wasting matches, Peter.
The wood is wet, Michelle.
Well, we're in a bog. One more hour and we'd be at our own camp.
And Uncle Peter would wreck his foot for good.
I'll do it.
Last match.
Are you going to give her the necklace?
At the camp. That's where Mom gave it to me.
We're closing. What do people think of me? Why are you asking me?
Because I know you'll tell me the truth.
People like you more than they used to.
What about Albert? You know, me and Albert.
We wonder why you're together.
Do they think I'm like his spy? You know, do they think I do what he tells me?
Yeah.
Is that why Betty Moses doesn't like me? Well, they're wrong, you know.
I was hoping we'd come here and things would be like they were.
I didn't even want to come.
Yes, I did.
All you care about is Betty Moses and your new boss.
And I want to give you something.
I don't want it. I want to go home.
Interesting board. Elsie, Sam, Rosie, and Mary.
That's good.
Sam's the only golo.
What's Albert up to?
He listens to people? Maybe you convinced him. Mary's a problem.
The nurse? Why?
She's not sure the long-term program is better.
I'll talk to her.
Hey, Shirley, you know those correspondence courses? Can you finish grade 12 with them?
Only if you finish grade 9 first.
Oh, it's not for me, it's for Bertha.
She's going back to Yellowknife.
Yeah. Well, she's thinking about staying.
Send her to talk to me.
So you set it up?
I want to talk to her.
I just think it may be self-indulgent.
Why?
There are so many people. To concentrate on a few, it's kind of immoral.
Immoral? Betty, how much alcohol counseling have you done?
I am a nurse. I am.
None, right? But you know it's immoral.
Maybe immoral is the wrong word.
Immoral means wicked, evil.
It's not evil, it's
stupid?
Hardly heard it all, right? I'm not questioning your theory.
Theory? I've been working in the goddamn trenches for 20 years. You haven't earned the right to judge me.
Yes, I have. I'm on the board.
Come on.
Told you there was nothing.
We just got here.
Here you got one. Reel it in. Come on. Now! Stop yelling at me!
I can see it. Look at the size of that thing.
It's my fault, right?
No, all I said was...
Will you two just shut the hell up? You haven't stopped since we left town, and I'm sick of it!
Peter!
You want to beat each other up? I don't want to watch.
Sorry.
Me too.
When's Michelle getting back?
Tomorrow, maybe the next day.
Same tea bank for 2 hours. Might as well be drinking dishwater.
At least it's not homebrew.
We're not a treatment center.
Hey, Jared, how about a fresh pot of tea over here, huh? How you doing?
I ain't shaking no more. Figuring with the money I saved from drinking, I'll be able to buy a new snowmobile. Maybe get something for Ruby.
How you hanging there, huh?
It's not so bad.
Keep my buddy afloat, will you? Anything on that food order?
Still working on it.
No hurry.
Just tell him you can't do it.
Who says I can't?
Doesn't matter. We're gonna have all the business we can handle.
Since when?
Since Albert put you on the board of the treatment center.
I'm not there to make us money.
I guess we get along okay if we don't talk to one another. Is it true that you're thinking about getting serious with Leonard?
He's cute, but he does stupid things.
Maybe he'll stop.
You were happier when Eric was here.
He was a good friend.
You miss him.
I miss you too. Leonard is cute.
But he's so slobbery.
Talked to Shirley today. She thinks correspondence courses are a good idea.
She never said that. Anyway, you gotta do training in a hospital. I'd still have to go away. You're the one who always wanted to get out of here.
I don't want you to go.
So I guess we should get going. Last night, you were gonna give me something.
It's not beautiful, but it was given to your great, 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 great grandmother by Alexander Mackenzie. My mother gave it to me when I was 13.
Out here?
At the camp. Everybody else went to bed, and we sat around the fire, drinking tea with sugar cubes. It was the last time I saw her alive. Now it goes to you.
I can't imagine never seeing you again. What was Grandma like?
Like me. Like you.
Are you going to make me ask who Albert put on the board?
Rosie, Elsie, Mary, and Sam. Isn't that good?
It's good for Albert. Sam's a Golo supporter. Betty's plan means less business for Rosie. And Elsie always puts the community first, so all she's got for sure is Mary.
Is there anything you can do?
She's got to learn to compromise or she'll end up with nothing.
Talk to her.
What? Well, I want to give you some money.
Why?
For the treatment center. You know, like a donation? Jerry's kids?
Forget it.
Why?
I won't take money from Albert Golo.
But it's not his money, it's mine. You know, I don't belong to him.
Who do you belong to?
Who do you belong to?
What do you want?
To help.
Then strangle Albert in his sleep.
Michelle.
What's up, George?
Thought Michelle was back.
Not yet. What is it?
Ruby's on a binder.
She's at home?
Maybe I could just wait here?
Sorry, man. It's against regulations.
Where should I go?
Try the coffee shop.
Still mad at me?
Depends. What happened after I left?
Grandma gave it to Mom the last time they were on the land together. Now she gave it to me. Cool, eh?
Very cool.
Hi.
I need a bath.
You gave Hannah the necklace.
Yeah. Thanks.
How old were you when you got it?
The necklace? 13.
And it was the last time that we came home for the summer. From residential school. I was 17 the last time that we came home for the summer. You were 10. And you were 15 when Mom died. I remember because...
No, you're wrong.
No.
Yes, you are. You're wrong.
I don't think so, Mitch.
We vote on the board of directors tonight. You should say a few words.
About?
Community safety.
George Smallboat nearly drank himself to death last night.
You shouldn't drink.
It's a dry town. I wonder where he got it. Looks bad. For everybody.
I'm sorry I wasn't there, George.
It's not so bad.
You gotta try again. I know you can do it.
Can't hear you. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Is this the best you can do? Too bad.
Anything less, I lose money.
Maybe we can cut a bit, shave a few corners. Hate to lose a customer.
Good. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
You're crazy. We're gonna lose money.
We break even. He pockets a few bucks, everybody's happy. Prices go up. Dime here, a buck there. He can't go somewhere else because he look like a shyster. Next thing you know, we're making money. There's more to this than getting a government loan.
How's your camping trip?
George Smallboat spent the night in the health center.
I know. Ruby got drunk.
You said you'd watch out for him.
I did.
You could have locked him up.
No, I couldn't. It's against regulations. This isn't a shelter.
You could have put him in the spare bedroom.
In the residence? I don't think so.
You never get any on you, do you?
That's enough, Constable.
Betty Moses is a good woman, a healer.
She didn't consult the people.
So you know how you're gonna vote?
First I listen, then I decide.
Well, if Bertha had that job, maybe she wouldn't go back to Yellowknife.
We thought she was gonna stay.
Yeah, me too.
What about Kyla?
She said something about daycare in Yellowknife or something.
Compromise.
No.
They don't want us to run our own programs, Peter. They want us to fail.
I know.
Every time a program fails, we're all judged. We need some victories. We could have one here. Every penny I take from the clients makes it harder. Empowerment, self-government, healing.
2 jobs. 2 more jobs. That's what they need to hear.
Tell them.
You tell them.
It needs a finer touch.
How much did you want to give? Well, we never got that far, so I thought I'd give it to you and you could give it to her. Well, I think you should just drop it. I want to help. Why can't I help?
She's gonna think it has something to do with Albert, a bribe or a debt.
It has nothing to do with Albert.
You live with Albert. If you want to help, just drop it, at least until she gets to know you better.
Peter is right. You were just a little girl when they took you to the school.
But I came home every summer until she died.
At first you came home, then you didn't.
But she gave it to me the way I gave it to Hannah. She told me the story. She said,
What do you remember?
we were sitting by the river, and I was leaning against her. She smelled of diamond willow smoke and chocolate.
I mailed it to you right after she died. When things are bad, our spirits whisper stories to our minds to help us be happy. Is Betty not well?
I'm here to speak for her.
Betty can speak.
She's willing to compromise.
Will Bertha have a job?
Maybe.
We should help the most number of people. That's the issue, for me.
It's like we're expecting this one good thing to handle too many problems.
Look, I know that Betty is rude and she doesn't listen. It's because she has to fight all the time. She's not fighting for herself, she's fighting for us. We wanted 7 jobs, and maybe we'll get 3 or 4. But Lynx River will have a real healing center.
Life skill components will be built into the program.
What about catering?
How's she doing?
The idea is they cook for themselves so that they learn to live like ordinary people, but we'll work something out.
We can cook special meals, like feasts.
Something. Is that it?
What about the criminals?
What criminals?
Anyone who's on parole or who's here as a part of a diversion program will be very carefully screened.
How do we know that?
Because I'm telling you.
If I may.
Let's Fletcher speak.
Thank you. In fact, Ms. Moses is under no obligation to tell you anything. Of course, we can only assume that common sense will prevail. We're all concerned about community safety.
No one told me about criminals.
We're not building a prison. We're building a treatment center for human beings who happen to be alcoholics, just like some of you.
I'd like to talk about the whole issue of long-term versus short-term therapy. You make it sound like it's a known fact that long-term is better. But I'm not so sure.
Well, you're not so sure. Well, I am. And when your grandma was still wiping your bum, I was out in the field.
Let her speak.
Why do you people make me beg? Fine, good, speak.
You were right about the necklace. I'm going to tell Hannah.
You sure? You're gonna have to learn to compromise.
To hell with all of you.
Do you always get what you want?
Not always. It's better this way.
For who? The town? Your clients? For you? She wouldn't take my money because I live with you. Like I'm your valet.
You aren't my valet.
Oh, no?
Harris is.
It's only one more year.
A whole year? Kyla shouldn't go to daycare. She has family.
I'm not going without her.
We don't want either of you to go.
You don't want to go.
Harris, tell her.
There's going to be some jobs at the treatment center. Probably get one if you want.
I talked to Mary. She said you could work with her. She'll call the school. Maybe you could get credit.
It's good experience.
She's not going to leave us.
I like the other story better.
So do I. But that's not how it happened.
Maybe it did. Maybe Elsie's wrong.
Now you're doing it.
What?
Pretending that things were okay. That the bad stuff never happened.
Was it bad?
When I came back from residential school, you know what they taught us? That my mom was Bush. That she looked funny, talked funny. She embarrassed me and I hated her. And I hated me for hating her.
That's when you started?
Yeah, everything. Drinking, screwing around.
I hate drinking.
I know. I think that's why I made up that story. Because I wanted it to be different between me and my mom. That's why I'm hard on you. Because I hope it won't happen to you and me.
I'm gonna tell my kids the truth. We ate trout. We drank tea with sugar cubes. It smelled like rain and spruce gum.